up, everybody? I am so excited. It's your girl, Jackie Ray. This is the first episode of Challenge Accepted. I'm going to try to unscrew my smile. I have my first guest with me right now, Josh Rodriguez. He's got the Dime podcast. You guys definitely need to check it out. Welcome. Should I call you my first co-host or my first victim? Which do you prefer?
Wow. God damn. Coming out strong. I was going to say co-host. That's what I thought this was. But victim? We're going like that already?
But before we dive into this, make sure you hit that subscribe button, that notification bell. Leave us comments below. We're going to get right into it. You can follow me on all things social media at JRayTheFanatic. Josh, tell them where they can follow you.
I'm Josh Rodriguez at Josh_Rodriguez_ on all social media platforms.
It's so easy peasy. All right, let's get into this. First up, you guys, is Challenge Accepted. We're going to just challenge some of the popular beliefs, or maybe not popular beliefs, but something that is in the world of sports that we have an opinion about that might go contrary to what you guys have an opinion about. And I definitely think my opinion on this one is definitely contrary, because Josh, I know you've heard about this one. Mm-hmm. This one is, when I saw it, I was like, ooh, yes, let's get it. So we've heard time and time again that Damian Lillard is not leaving. He's staying with the Trailblazers. He is determined to bring a championship to that organization. While we commend that, I have thoughts on that. But we also know that he's very close with Chris Haynes Worth. So one of the things that come when you're close with a reporter is that when that reporter says something, you kind of start to wonder, is that coming from that athlete that we know they have a good relationship? So Chris Haynes Worth, he works for Yahoo Sports. He wrote an article that says not only are the Knicks looking at Dame, they are ready to pounce on him if and when he becomes available. So there was a post-game interview shortly after this article came out. They asked Dame Dollar how he felt about this, and this is what he had to say.
You know, I think he was doing his job, and for me, I just, I lean on people know who I am. I think even with you guys ask me a question, I answer it. I tell you what I think. I say how I feel, and most importantly, behind closed doors, the same goes for, the people in our building. So, obviously it was no secret. I mentioned it to you guys, I think in Utah. It's been frustrating.
I mean, okay, I can appreciate that. In that interview, he also said that he was very frustrated. He had admitted that he was frustrated. Part of that was because he's not been as healthy this season as he typically has been, but he didn't emphatically say that this was outside of the realm of possibility. So Dame, challenge accepted.
Wow.
I'm saying Dame to the Knicks is coming. It's coming.
Like a definite.
Yes.
Throw a percent. You 100% coming.
100% coming. I'm saying that the frustration that why not? Because worst case scenario, he goes to the Knicks and he doesn't win. That's what's going to happen right now. So what does he have to lose in this situation?
Jackie, I'm a Knicks fan. You can't do this to me. You can't get me this worked up and make me believe that this is possible. This is impossible. Dame is too loyal. Dame is the most loyal superstar in the game, Jackie. He's not going anywhere. And if he's going to go somewhere, that means the Blazer organization has to trade him. And I don't think they're going to do that. Do you know about Rip City? Do you know that family type atmosphere they have there in Oregon? It's like an Italian family. You don't leave the family, period. We're not letting you go. And he's the mob boss. No one's trading Damian Lillard. He's going nowhere.
The boss gets to decide what the boss does. And I'm telling you, losing, aside from family, how family feels, do you know how losing repeatedly feels? And now there's this potential silver lining?
Come on, Josh. I get it, but I think they have CJ who they can trade first before they trade Dame. You can do things with Nurk. You have assets that you can do to make the team better before you actually give away Dame, because, the team has to agree on this, right? They can say no. This isn't just Dame. He's not a free agent. The team has to say, okay, Dame, we're willing to part ways. And if the team does that, there might not be a team in Portland anymore, because the fan base is going to riot and revolt, and no one's going to go to any Blazer games, and that's it. Rip City's crazy. Those fan base, that fan base is crazy. I'm telling you. This is not happening. Okay, so do you think that Dame should go down with the ship, though? Or do you think at some point he needs to really accept the writing that's all over the wall? man. See, now this is a different question. I do think he should come to New York. Why not? You have Julius Randle, who's an all-star. He's an emerging MVP candidate. RJ Barrett, nice up-and-coming young talent. We have a core there in New York. We're the 4 seed in the East right now. Shout out my New York Knicks. We just need, I don't know, maybe a superstar player to kind of take us over the top and see what could happen in the East. I wonder who that can be. Who could that be? It's Dame. So yeah, what I think he should do and what's going to happen are two separate things. I would love for him to come to New York, but I don't see it happening.
Man, I do. I think it's a match made in heaven. And I think one day you go to sleep and you wake up and you say, you know what? The Knicks have been trash forever. They're now good. They're now in conversations that they haven't been in. They don't have a true point guard. I could fit in very seamlessly into that situation. I think you wake up and you call it. That's just me.
You make total sense, Jackie. They do need a point guard. He fits perfectly. You're right. I can't deny the fact that you're right. But Rip City, the culture over there, I don't think you understand, Jackie. That's a family. They're tight-knit. If he goes, I don't know what's going to happen in Portland. That's all I'm saying.
Maybe we should see. That's all I'm saying. Let's just
all right. We'll see.
All right. Now, are you ready? This is going to be the fun part. Now we're going to get into the fan challenge. Now, you guys, this fan challenge is always going to be an interesting one. Because sometimes these fans, you guys know from our Fumble Live, the fans are sometimes over the top, not the most logical, just a little bit. So we're going to challenge this recent fan thinking because I can't wait to hear what you say about this. So we saw the draft. Hopefully all of you guys saw the draft. Giants fans instantly became a meme when the Giants took Kadarius Toney, which I thought was a great pick. I thought it's a good pick, but Giants fans were not happy about that. Their disapproval of that was just visible all over the one's presence. And then, of course, they went to social media and they aired out their frustration as well. This user said, I'm hating. I saw him play a lot this year. He's not what we need. We're going to have to outscore everyone because we don't have anyone that will be able to cover. And then we have another tweet that said, why would you take a wide receiver in the first round when Kenny Golladay was just signed and Sterling Shepard is still here? I emphatically disagree, but I'm going to be a gracious host and I'm going to go to Josh first on this.
Wow.
What's your thoughts on this?
So I agree, actually. I agree with these fans. I wasn't happy with the pick either. I think he's going to be a good NFL player, but what good is a receiver if when the quarterback gets the ball, he's being ransacked immediately because his offensive line can't stop anybody? I don't care how good the receiving core is. Once Danny Dime gets the ball, he's flat on his ass in the back. It's not going to matter. It's not going to matter. Who cares who you have? Jesus could be running routes for the New York Giants. If he cannot get the ball and deliver a pass in 2 seconds, 3 seconds, it's not going to matter. I wanted a lineman. That's what I wanted. You got to protect Danny Dimes. You got to protect Daniel Jones. This is the year that he proves whether or not he's the quarterback for the New York Giants. And just adding weapons isn't going to do the trick. You have to protect him. That's the name of the game. The game is won in the trenches, baby. The Giants didn't address that. Now, he might be a good receiver. I have no idea. I'm not going to hate on him. But, man, we need to protect Danny because if we don't, it's going to be a long season.
I agree with that. I do believe if memory serves, and you're the Giant fan, so I think you would know. Didn't you guys get a lineman in the second pick and then a cornerback in the third?
Yeah, I get that. But just to waste it on a wide receiver when you can get a receiver later on in the draft, to me, it's just kind of why. And there's other defensive positions that you can address, right? We could have a defensive end, which we did get later on. But, in the first round, to get a first rounder there would have been perfect. It would have been perfect.
Yeah, I just don't know. I don't think you sleep on the guy that Urban Meyer said, I was so disappointed I didn't get. If Urban Meyer was jonesing for this guy,
right,
he's a must-have. And I agree with you. You do build so your quarterback has a shot in getting him the ball. But maybe don't sleep on the talent that this guy brings, because one of the things that a lot of people forget is that if a wide receiver can run a proper route and run through the route, they give their quarterback more time. So maybe this is the guy that does that because your running back has almost as many yards as your number one receiver there. So receiving yards. So
no, I get it. Listen, talented. I'm not disappointed with him as a talent. I would just like to see Danny protected this year because I do think this is the year Giants figure out whether or not Daniel Jones is the quarterback of the future. I'm not sure if he is.
Okay, well, I'm gonna concede to the Giants fan here, and this fan challenge seems to have been won by the fans. Maybe I'm just salty because of how I feel about Giants fans.
We'll see.
That could be it.
Let's wait for the rest of the season. This guy tears it up during the regular season, and he's a fantasy football pickup, and he's winning fantasy leagues everywhere. You win this argument, so this is to be determined.
Oh, this is to be determined. I like that. All right. This next one's going to be a to be determined as well, because now we're going to get into challenge issued. This is my favorite part of the show, because this is when myself and my co-hosts get to issue a challenge to one another to be paid out at a later date, because all of these things have to come to pass. So first up is going to be me. I probably should drink some water because this one's going to be difficult, but
all right, here we go.
Deep breath. So my Lakers aren't doing so well. LeBron didn't play that Monday night game because he re-aggravated and has some tightness on that high ankle sprain. AD said he's still winding up. I don't know what that means. Andre Drummond says he wants to build some chemistry. And then, of course, Dennis the Menace, my man, he's out for at least 10 games. It's not looking good over here. Nonetheless, despite all of the facts that I just relayed to you guys, I'm still going Lakers in the finals. That I'm saying it boldly. I don't know if boldly is the right word, but I'm saying it. I'm saying it. Maybe
You're
not.
saying it.
I'm saying it, but not boldly.
You're still saying it. It's okay. You're still saying it.
Still saying it. Now, here's the fun part. I'm gonna have them throw up this Instagram tweet of myself in my LeBron James pants, as you can see here. And if and when my Lakers make it to the Western Conference Finals, you, sir, shall be purchasing the man version, of course, of these LeBron James leggings. And then I'm going to set up a volleyball date with some friends of mine and we're all going to go to the beach where you shall be wearing said LeBron James pants.
Oh my goodness. Listen, challenge accepted. I don't think they're going into the finals. I really don't. Right now, they're in danger of playing, playing series, that playing game. Who knows what could happen then? And then even if you get through that playing series, you have the Jazz or the Suns and the Nuggets and the Clippers and even the Blazers, who are starting to turn it around a little bit. Who knows who you're going to play in those next 2 rounds or 3 rounds and whatnot. I think the gauntlet's too much for a team that, let's be honest, LeBron James, best ever. I'm not gonna argue that, Jackie. He's phenomenal, but he's getting older. He's not the same. He's not. I don't know if he can carry a team throughout the playoffs anymore, especially a team that's struggling with its chemistry. You hear these Lakers talking. They're not happy. They don't think that the chemistry is there. And you know who has chemistry? The Phoenix Suns. You know who has chemistry? Utah Jazz. You know who has chemistry? Denver Nuggets. You know who doesn't have chemistry? The Los Angeles Clippers. They still have chemistry. Don't worry about the Clippers. But finals is too much for me. It's too much for me. So challenge accepted. If they make the finals, I will gladly wear those leggings and I will gladly go to the beach, play some volleyball, and we'll film it all. It'll be a great time.
I can't wait. So look, Lakers, y'all have a reason now to do this. All right. I'm a little nervous about what your challenge is going to be. Go ahead.
All right, my challenge is on the Eastern Conference here. It's a challenge about a roster that has not been able to play together all year. A rookie head coach going head-to-head with some of the best coaches in the game. And an emerging Philadelphia 76ers team. I don't think the Brooklyn Nets are going to the NBA Finals. I think everybody has them as a shoo-in. So, Jackie, if you accept this challenge, if the Nets don't make it to the finals, I want you to wear a KD is better than LeBron James t-shirt around downtown Los Angeles in front of the Staples Center, because I know how much that would pain you to do.
What in the painful are you trying to torment me hell?
Yes. Yes. You mentioned victim at the beginning of this. I think you might be the first victim of this. So if you're confident that the Nets are going to take, the Eastern Conference crown and make the finals, you should have no problem accepting this challenge.
I'm not confident. I think they have, I'm just going to say I'm not confident.
Okay.
I think they have to, though. I don't think you play Thanos and collect all the Infinity players and then fail at what you're doing. You look silly. You look foolish. You look like this is an experiment that completely failed. You have to make this work. You have to go the distance. And if you don't, you have 3 egos on that team that now you have to contend with next season. So I think they have to make it. Am I confident? No, but I challenge accepted. I'm not
challenge accepted. Really, you accepted the challenge? Okay. All right.
Yeah, no cameras though. If this happens to me, do we stop?
One picture.
One picture. Okay.
One picture. That's it. And you get to pose. I'll let you pose. Like you can do a sad face, whatever you want. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Ooh, Lord.
All right.
My heart is. I don't know if y'all can. My heart's beating in my chest right now. Like, girl, that challenge. All right, though. Challenge accepted. That's it. We've made it through our very first episode of Challenge Accepted. This was so much fun until, that last challenge. But, so much fun. I'm so excited. Josh, one more time, tell them where they can find you.
I'm Josh Rodriguez on all social media platforms at Josh_Rodriguez_. And my podcast is The Dime with Josh Rodriguez on all podcast platforms.
Yes, make sure you guys check him out because he has some fantastic content. Once again, I'm Jackie Ray for The Fumble. If you haven't on your way out, make sure you hit that subscribe button and that notification bell. And we will see you next Wednesday for another episode of Challenge Accepted. See you next time.